Amazing spot. Just dropping through the dunes and down onto the beach, and we're going to head that way. Tide's on its way in. I am keen to go find a campsite for the night. Welcome back to Overland, New Zealand. Thanks to our patrons for help making this possible. Learn more in the description below. So yeah, the plan tonight is to head north, up from Waiinu Beach towards Koitiara, and camp somewhere along the way, all going well. Tide's on its way in, so I do need to get a bit of a move on, or call it and jump back off the beach and head up a highway, which I'd rather not do. One of these areas that I've been wanting to come for a little while. Not really sure why, but I just love these long coastlines, and you know, like State Highway 4 falls to Whanganui. It's just up there. Yeah, I'm down on the beach. There's no one around. It's peaceful as anything. Why would anybody take the highway? It's so much better. In my attempt to avoid the incoming tide, I foolishly drove up against the dunes. It was a bit of fun trying to get out of here and not stake the tyres on the way through. There's some sharp driftwood around. So I got major campsite FOMO. I drove past one that was mint, and I thought, nah, there might be a better one further up. There wasn't. So I'm going back down now to find this little campsite that I spotted off the side of the beach, up in the dunes. 3,000 RPMs down the beach. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alrighty, this camp pretty much good to go. I might chuck the awning wall up a bit later if the wind picks up. Now though, I think it's time. Come around here. Move that out of the way. Grab one of these. Yum. Camp, long last. Super satisfying about rocking up the whole place to yourself. It's warm, sunny. I think you're much better, eh? Like, New Zealand is awesome. The next morning I got to enjoy this campsite for a couple of hours while I waited for the tide to drop so I could get through the little creek. It was such a peaceful place just to hang out and watch the world go by. Whoa. 2 hats. Alrighty, let's roll. That's quite a nice campsite. Luckily that tire's dropped enough that I can time it up and not get salty wheels. Let's go. It's crazy to think that where I am right now was underwater No, an hour ago. The trick with any beach creek crossing, especially at high tide, is to give it a few seconds and make sure that all the seawater has flowed back out to the ocean. And just pause, and get the water drain off. So, Scott's Ferry up to Patea Beach. It's definitely a low tide run. We just ain't gonna get through at high tide. What a cool spot though. Gotta drive this far non-stop on a beach. It's awesome. Where's the exit? You know when you can see the track and you can't figure out how to get there? Right. Oh, here we are. Here we are. Time to head inland via Whanganui. Let's go find our next destination. As far as our deal goes, this is not that. A massive chunk of metal. And it's punctured right into the top of the tyre. So hopefully, swap over the spare, and I drove past the tyre shop a couple of minutes ago. So we'll go back up there and see if that's fixable or not. And we're back in action. New tyre. Huge shout out to the tyre warehouse in Castle Cliff, Whanganui. They sussed out a new tyre and fitted it up real quickly. Get me back on the road. Looks a bit weird, been the wrong type, but that's all good. Where I was going to earlier before all of that puncture happened. We're now heading up Kauarapaoa Road. I hope I got that right. Basically, it's a chill as sort of gravelly clay road that runs its way beside the river here, all the way through the hills. It comes out just north of Whanganui. Road kind of goes from forestry to farming to native bush, and we've just come into the native bush section and stopped off on one of the little swing bridges here just to have a quick look, as I came through here years ago and used to drive across and through. Can't anymore, unfortunately, but still a cool place to come and just have a bit of a nosy on your way through. Those slips are kind of what this road's known for. Check that out. Kind of all runs down into the little stream down there. Join me in Waiinu Beach, southern Taranaki. It's a cool little campsite. There's an awesome beach back there, which, if my memory serves me correctly, has a surf lifesaving club, so kids can go for a swim. And yeah, it's a cool campsite. So, it's third day, and plan today is to head up to Patea Dam, have a nosy there, as there's a huge dam and it's pretty cool. And then zip around to the top of the hills above the dam and look down over the lakes that it creates on Meremere Road. Should be cool. I haven't been out to these places for a little while. I know that Meremere Road is shut over winter and has just opened up again at the beginning of November. So I'm keen to go and see what it looks like, as last time I went up there was a tree down about halfway along. How cool is all this rock up here? It's less good for the road, but super crumbly. And it all comes out of these banks up here. It's cool. As far as campsites go, in areas not close to anything, Patea Dam's not bad. It's part of the condition of building the dam. They built this flash toilet block here, which has got hot water, showers, toilets, everything you'd need. And it's all free. The lake just over there in the background. The only downside to the site that I can see, it's not really flat. So it's definitely the sort of place you want to bring something to level your vehicle, or get here early so you can camp. I guess where those guys are, or there's another campsite sort of just over there. I'm not 100% sure where it is. I think it's upstream a bit more, but the next destination we're going is basically up in the hills there. So that was Meremere Road that I was talking about earlier. It's clay road, and it's shut over winter as it can be real slippery. Hopefully though, go there all good today and look back down at this river from slightly further upstream. Don't know if you guys are going to hear this on camera or not. The roar of the water and the generators and sound of cool stuff happening. So, Patea Power Station. I know it's a pretty random thing to stop off at on a overlandy four-wheel drive trip, but middle of nowhere, nice drive on the way in, campsite, fairly remote. Ticks most of the boxes, right? And here we go. Starting the climb up Meremere Road. I first came here just after we bought the Prado actually. And it's been on my list to come back and do ever since. Honestly, it's as cool as I remember, and if I can get to the end. There was a tree over the track last time and we couldn't get through. There's definitely mud tyre territory. I do not have mud tyres, especially my new fancy AT on the back. No, I made it this far. I think I might call it if I have to head down another big slippery hill, as much as I want to get to the end, I don't want to spend all day trying to get out of here. Oh, tractor's seen better days. Look at that. Traction was becoming harder and harder to find the further that I went into Meremere Road. It was creating a little bit of a challenge. So, I've called it. Turning around here. Nice big open area. I know there's going to be people who say just keep pushing on, but I'm by myself. This is a chill as trip. I don't want spending all day trying to get out of here and missing out on what I've got planned further north. So it sucks. Second time here, still can't get to the end. That's alright. Life. Tracks change, things change. You can come back March, April, if it hasn't rained for a little while. It's be a walk in the park. Alright, it's raining now. It's not meant to. I really need to get out of here. Steep, clayey and wet. The perfect combination of things to go slightly wrong.
Knowing that the front of the vehicle was resting on the bank, I basically inched it forward to try and get it to stop before jumping out, grabbing the max tracks, and making a plan for how I was going to get out of here.
Alrighty, it's all gone pear-shaped. In the bank. The max tracks. There's my max tracks down there to try and lift this off. The winch over to the tree. Two quad bike dudes have stopped. See how this goes and see if we can get out of here.
At this stage, I'd assumed the worst and that I'd managed to crunch the front guard on the bank. So the whole plan was to use the winch to pull the truck up and out of the gully, but as you can see, it was super slippery and it took a while to kind of get it to stop sliding and start moving sideways. You may have also noticed that I doubled up the max tracks. Basically, I needed to use them as a bridge to lift the nose up and out, and I didn't want to risk bending them. With the nose out of the ditch, it was time to reset the winch and work on getting the back out. Thankfully, two quad bikers had stopped and offered to give me a hand.
Stopped you up,
Yep.
but you're starting to slide on the track again. So
Yep.
you're going to end up dropping your guard down on top of the bank and crinkling everything else.
Having an extra set of hands, and more importantly eyes, made the recovery so much easier, and I'm pretty sure without the help of these guys, I would have crunched the tub on the bank. Using the spare tyre as a lifting device and the dudes pushing on the truck, we managed to winch it ever so slowly up and away and avoid any damage. Still don't know how I managed to do that, but there's not a single dent on the truck. Now that I was away from the bank, we chucked the max tracks back under the wheels to avoid any further sideways slides and make sure I could get down onto flat ground super easily. I want to give a massive shout out to the two guys who stopped and helped me. You saved me so much pain and so much time. Thanks heaps, guys. Just like that, I was on my way.
So, that tiny little bit of rain just destroyed me. Pretty sure you're meant to get this muddy on a pretty basic road though. But we did no damage, and I had to test out all my recovery gear, so it's not all bad. Egmont Lighthouse in the background. It's a pretty cool little area. Used to be able to camp just down the road there, but it looks like it's been completely shut down. Which I know that, I know they were having issues with people leaving rubbish, which is a shame because all these places get closed down. But yeah, lighthouse out there. It's like 2 minutes off the highway. It's worth stopping in and having a look on your way past. Alrighty, final destination for this trip, Kiwi Road. I'm at the northern end of it now, and I'm going to head back towards New Plymouth, which is where I came from this morning. So Kiwi Road rose to fame a couple of years ago when Stuff ran an article about the potential closure of it. It cost the council an absolute fortune to maintain this road, and they reckon 10 or so vehicles a day come through it. So I kind of don't blame them, and it's part of the reason I wanted to come up and have a look. Now, who knows if or when it'll close, and if I'll get another chance. So yeah, Kiwi Road. It's intrigued me ever since I read about that article, and I'm glad to finally be here, having a bit of a look. Hope that their 10 car a day thing is correct. There's not a lot of room on this road, and if you came across somebody going the opposite way, one of you is potentially going to be backing up quite a long way. So if you've ever been up to Taranaki before, there's heaps of these amazing tunnels around. They're basically unlined, gravel road, just big enough to get logging trucks and stuff through that have sort of supported this area through its history. But I mean, how cool is this? I mean, come on. Unlined tunnels, there's not many of them around. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. What a change in scenery. Through the tunnel and suddenly I'm farmland. Huh, cool. How cool is geography in the world? So many different layers of rock and history, I guess. That is awesome. And if you're not into heights, it's a long way down. A very long way down. Check out the scenery though. What a cool place. So I've just worked out the end of Meremere Road, which joins up to Kiwi Road, somewhere up in the hills there. I've got a busted tyre on the back, different one down there. What a trip. This has been amazing. Between the beaches, the forests, Meremere Road was great fun. I can't deny that. So yeah, I thought this would be a good place to finish up. I've got a long drive back home, but what a trip. This has been amazing. I'd highly recommend all of these places. Meremere, maybe not if it's raining, or if you've got a shiny truck. Just as, you know, as you saw, things can go a bit wrong. But yeah, there's so much to explore up here, so many backcountry roads that link all of these towns together. And for that time, I'm pushing on from Stratford across to Whanganui on the forgotten old highway. Hey, but that's life. Be back up here though again. Catch you next time. Overland, New Zealand. Whoop!